Hey guys, it is Spencer,
And I'm Katie.
and welcome to KSSP Podcast.
Today we are going to be messing around a little bit on GarageBand, just having some fun and making some music. So usually what I like to do, I like to find a sound I like first for the melody. So I'll go to like a synthesizer, for example. I'm gonna go with the lead.
And do you have a keyboard that or are you just using
I have a keyboard, but my problem is I don't have the USB converter.
Oh, okay.
I do have a keyboard. I'm just using the computer keyboard today.
So you can just use the computer keyboard. Like you don't have to have this fancy technology to create music though. You can create music with just GarageBand, right? I
Yeah,
think.
all you gotta do to access this keyboard, you just gotta press Command K on GarageBand.
Yeah, because I guess GarageBand probably isn't on Windows, so I don't think you can need to know that. Yeah. But there's probably programs that you can use on Windows to make music. Don't have to. I'm assuming. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds. You can download like FL Studio, or for Mac, you can get Logic Pro X. They have a bunch of them out there.
Don't have to own a studio to make some music.
Yep, you just need to go through these sounds. And Spencer, let me know when you find one that you like.
Okay.
Oops. Computer, one sec. There we go. Got that one. I don't care about Drive for Desktop right now. Get out of my face. Okay. Ooh, kind of like that
one. Which one? Are you able to turn up the volume? I don't know.
This is the volume button.
Because it might be like my headphones.
Yeah, it's high.
Slightly. I don't know if there's a way that I can. I wish there was a way I could turn up yours, but that's okay. It'll work for what we are doing.
That's fun. And then you can also mess with the sounds down here too. So like, I like that.
If you pull up like the bar that's under like the name, will that make it a little bit louder too? Like the one that's under bright punchy synth, like that little knob? No,
this knob. Oh, this one.
It's that. Yeah, I don't know if that'll turn it up a little too. Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit, yeah. It's a little louder, so I think it's going to be as good. And we can always like upload the file so that anyone who wants to, because it is kind of hard to hear it right now, but we can still make the music and then either make like how I've been doing voice memos, or I think you can make like an Apple. We can or like if you have SoundCloud, I guess, or somewhere that we can upload it once. Just if they want to listen, hear it a little better, like louder, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Probably put it on YouTube.
So they can actually.
Just
and
then just put the music on there. We can even do that next time too. We can make some album art for this and then post it next week. Like,
what do you mean?
If we uploaded it to YouTube, then like obviously it would be a video, so we'd want a visual. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. Yes.
Is this the one? I'm trying to find the one I like this one a lot.
Yeah. Like that. That's what I notice sometimes on Garage. Like they never sounded quite how my ears
Yeah,
wanted them
because
to
they're like,
sound, if that makes sense. Like in my head, I'm like, this is how I want this to sound, but it doesn't sound. And I would try to adjust like the pitch
yeah,
if that's what it is. Um, and that didn't help either. And I was like, well, why? So I don't know. Have a solution, I guess. I'm just saying, like,
good
I've
point.
experienced that where it sounds like it should sound different in my head than it does when you use it. And that could be maybe our
Yeah,
headphone
I think
or
it's just the
the
way that
I
the
don't know
sound is
really, but
programmed. Like some of them are intentionally like that. I don't know why, because I just prefer
oh,
my
okay.
stuff to be on beat. So when I'm playing the keyboard, I know what tune it's gonna give
Yeah.
me.
Especially I noticed that the piano, like just the normal piano one, it felt
You think that one
off a
felt
little
off? I
bit.
haven't heard that one in a while.
But I think it was more when I tried to go up on the I don't scale pitch. I don't remember what that is called. But when I tried to make it higher notes, it didn't sound like I think a real piano would sound. Which obviously I understand that this is
Yeah,
not a real piano, but it should. I feel like with technology where we are, we should be able to almost perfect audio to sound like a
yeah.
real
I'm sure there's a
piano
way to do it.
where everyone can just do it on a computer.
Yeah, they have like apps.
But maybe it's just
Yeah,
my
they have different
ears. I don't
apps
know.
online where you can like play a keyboard piano like this. I mean, it doesn't not all of them record your sound, but sometimes
But sometimes just
playing
making
piano.
it for yourself is good
Yeah.
too. Like therapeutic. Yeah.
So I've got an idea for a little melody we can start with here. What do you think?
Okay.
Like, what do you think of that? That's a little fast, but that was kind of it.
Do it one more time. Okay. Yeah, we can. If you have an idea, then go for it. I
Right. I'm gonna put a 90 tempo for us so that it's not so fast. Let me just make sure this is the right. Actually, I might put it at 100.
is the tempo the like click click
Yeah,
click
the tempo is
click
going to be the
thing?
metronome that plays.
Okay.
So that's how you get
Okay.
the beat and the rhythm going. So
I was always shutting that off when I was doing it because I was like, well, I don't like this clicking. But I get it makes sense when you're using it to, like you said, kind of make it
yeah,
helps you
to
form the
stay on
beat, I
rhythm.
guess. Now that I like understand that now. Yes. And especially for
Yeah, when you're
lyrics, it
singing, yeah, it
helps.
definitely helps when you're singing or rapping something.
Yeah.
Let me record this. All right, so what I normally do, first I'm going to press this. I'm going to see which of these looks better to me, which looks easier to edit. I'd say probably the first one. Make sure it's the right length. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to this stuff, so bear with me here.
No,
I'm
how
going
did
to
you
click
get
on
to that
this little
screen?
section up here.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm just going to do this one more time and put it on a loop as long as I want. I'll put it for 16 bars for now. That's about standard. What should we add?
Ooh,
We could add a harmony, we could add some percussion.
let's do a harmony maybe. That sounds
All right.
good.
I'm going to mute this for a second. I'm going to add a new instrument. So this plus sign, software instrument, and create. Let's see. What kind of sound would be a good harmony? We could go with a bass even. I'm going to go with the synthetic bass.
I don't know if you can hear the wind from my. It's really. I don't know if it's windy outside where you are, but I can just hear the wind through the window.
Ooh.
Did you do
Yeah,
music in high school? I don't
so
even
in high
remember.
school I did chorus. In middle school I also did band, but I
Okay.
quit because I wanted to play percussion and not the French horn, and they wouldn't let me switch. And I also taken
Oh.
piano lessons, guitar lessons, and voice lessons in the past. So I have like a kind of extensive
Okay.
background on music, enough to be able to play this keyboard and kind of know what's what.
Yeah, I was like, you definitely seem like you know. Like I
Yeah,
did not know a lot of it, but that's okay because you can still make
exactly.
music even if you don't know all this. So, but it's also nice that because I'm also learning just from watching you do it too. So I think in a way
Yeah,
anyone can learn
it
from
is.
this too and
Yeah, it
just
is
try making
nice though to
music.
have a
So
background on what different keys are, because then you kind of know what notes to combine with each other, in a sense. If you ever wanted to look that up, you don't have to make music though. Like anyone can make music, whether it sounds good or bad. Like it doesn't matter because
yeah,
it's just fun and it's just expression.
yeah, and it's all what you're like. I guess when I personally try to make like if I am messing around with the keyboard, I'm more so doing it just to whatever I think sounds good in my ears. But I don't. I guess personally, I'm not looking at the
Yeah,
notes or anything. Not that that doesn't mean that there probably is a rationale behind why it sounds good in my ears, but I guess I'm more so focused on when I because I'm not making it for others per se, at least not at this point in my life. So I'm making it for myself. So it only really matters if I think it sounds good, whether or not an art or a music teacher would look at it and be like, no, that shouldn't sound good. That doesn't matter because it sounds good to my ears, and that's all that matters is that you like it. But it is also really interesting to learn. Like I do like learning about
like music
the more
theory and
in-depth
stuff like
part
that.
of it too, though. So I do like that.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't ever like extensively studied. Like I have no background with it, but I wouldn't. Maybe someday we can kind of go
Yeah,
into more of the in depth of it someday on our or on a Tuesday if we can get
yeah. I
a music
actually,
teacher or
yeah, I
singer
could.
who wants to
I got
come
a
on
music
and
teacher who might be
talk to us.
interested, so that would be good.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
All right, I'm gonna get this bass going. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. How does that sound?
Do it one more time.
All right,
I like it.
then we're gonna double click on this. Actually, let's see. There's another wobble. I don't like that one. And this is just kind of how I do. I play around with everything and see what I like best. I don't know oops, if you have an opinion on any of these.
um,
I kind of like the first one, honestly. I don't know what you think. Yeah.
like the initial one.
Yeah, that was a
That one, or was that a different one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one is the one that you like? I like that one, yeah. I think it's harder for me to hear like the subtleties, but I trust you. And then once you are able to, like after this episode, you can maybe send it to me so that I can actually hear. Because I feel like once I hear it, it'll. I think it's just hard to hear
Yeah, and in the file,
it over the computer.
because the sound will be adjusted.
Yes, yeah. Like initially, you can just send it to me as like a voice memo, kind of like how I've sent you guys random voice memos of things I've made. So that way I could just listen to it, and then we can figure out how to get it. I guess you could just add it like that on YouTube,
I'll
but
see what I can do, but I'll definitely send it to you. We can see how this sounds.
yeah, yeah.
Let me actually, one more thing. I'm going to adjust the peak here.
When did you start your music
Piano lessons?
or any? Like, was it in middle school or? Yeah, I guess any
7 years.
music lessons.
And I started when I was about 7 years old. And I took guitar lessons for like a year or
Okay.
so. When I was in 6th grade. So I would have been like 12 maybe. And then at the same time, I was also taking voice lessons. But then my teacher kicked me out of her curriculum because she was downsizing. So I was a little
Oh, that's unfortunate.
in her, downsized curriculum, but it's
Yeah.
probably just because of the length I'd been with her, though.
Like, had you been there longer than some other people, or shorter? I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Because were these things you wanted to do, or was it more?
Yeah.
Oh, like you asked your
I asked
mom
my
if you,
mom
or did I guess I don't
do
know.
all the
Did you have to ask your
lessons.
mom if you could?
For me to do all the lessons.
Okay.
Now I want to see if this sounds like together. Let's see if it works out. Oh, it's offbeat. Hold on. Whoops. I want to do that. Oh, that's a little too much. That's what it is. Okay. I'm going to drag this back over to where it was. Let's see. Oh, whoa. My computer. It's going crazy. I think what I need to do here is do this.
Because even right now, you're more so doing it based off of like your ears aren't than any
kind of. It's a little
method
bit of both.
per
so
se.
What I'm doing here is I'm just looking at.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. But I'm basically just looking down here and looking at all these boxes and how they're lining up. And that kind of helps me with the rhythm. But that part of it is also just listening to it too. It's like. It's still offbeat for some reason. short. Do you hear what I'm talking about?
I hear it. Like I hear it. Like I hear how it should. Yeah, I hear how it like how it in my head
Yeah.
should sound, I guess.
Yeah, it's just that end part.
So I
I'm
feel
trying
like
to
it's just
figure
the
out how
end,
to
right?
space this out a little bit. So
Yeah.
there's a little bit of space between this note and then the next um, bar, I guess you could say. Let's see how it sounds with the beat so far.
Okay.
I stopped.
Did it stop playing? Oh, okay.
Because I think I got
Yeah. That's okay.
to do that. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
That
That is way more beat than what I was doing before.
are you able or I don't know if it would ruin it if you're able to pull the slider for that one like up just so that I can hear it a little. But if that would like ruin the sound of it, then I can wait until
Just the sound for everything once we've heard it all.
adjust this. Okay.
Let's see how it sounds.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
That's what we got.
Yeah.
I feel like we should do percussion next. Should we go with the drum set or a beat pad though? Or like a beat pad?
Or what?
Because a beat pad would be more modern sounding, but a drum set would be more classic sounding.
Sorry, what was the other it glitched on me, so I didn't hear the other option. All I heard was
drum
drums.
set, or we could do like a beat pad. Like the beat pad would be more modern, and then the drum pad would be more classical.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Maybe beat? Like
the beat too.
Is that or what were you thinking?
Um,
Okay. So I was like, I feel like ours sounds more modern-ish
and when in doubt,
right now,
go with the
but
classic boutique 808. Oh, whoops! I almost fucked this up. I almost screwed this all up. I have to add an instrument. There we go.
oh yeah.
Electronic drum kit. Then you just play around until something sounds good. I don't know
Are you able to
It
pull
gets
that
to be
slider up a little? I don't know if I can't really hear that one for some reason. I don't know if that will. Or I don't know. I can't hear that
interesting. Maybe if
slightly.
I try like Beat Machine, it might be a little louder. Do you hear all that?
I think I heard it. Is it
It
a
should be
delayed kind of
delayed, but your
sound?
headphones might be
Like
making
it
it delayed
doesn't.
or something. Like your audio settings or something.
My headphones might be delayed. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to figure that. Ah,
I think I hear that one. Unless I'm just hearing your keyboards. Like you're tapping. But I don't think.
oh, which one do you like? This or this? Okay.
Do the first one again. It's like we're at the eye
What's
doctor.
the first?
I think I like the first one more.
Yeah.
But you can always change. Like you can always because is that just like the pitch and stuff, or maybe not pitch, but yeah.
Try that. There we go.
And all of this is free, right? GarageBand. Yeah, because I haven't paid for anything, so you guys can make music. Yes. So every until Apple decides to charge for it, but don't do that, Apple. That would be rude. That would be rude.
For free.
People should be able to make music. They already paid for your product. Probably overpriced. I mean, okay, I like Apple, but I still think you're a little overpriced, Apple. I agree. But it doesn't matter to me what if someone uses Windows. Obviously, I know you don't care either, but I know some people like make it this huge.
Right.
Like, yeah, I don't think Apple's better. I just prefer it personally. Like, I don't, it's better for me, but it's not going to be better for everyone. That's,
The day, it doesn't really.
yes. I think sometimes people just like
People like
feeling like they're on a side of something, if that makes, like, I feel like a lot of,
psychological phenomenon.
yeah, and
It
I
makes you
don't
feel more
get that
connected to
all the time.
people and all this stuff. Right.
But why can't we all be on the same team? Why can't we all get along and be on the same team?
We're also
Apple,
familiar.
Windows unite. I mean, not the
Yeah.
companies.
But
We don't need a
the
monopoly.
systems can all
They
use
don't need a monopoly. I mean, they already kind of have one, but
it.
yes.
So what I did here, though, I instead of putting the drums at the beginning, I added them in after about 4 measures. Um, so a
Okay.
measure,
What
so
is a
one,
measure, I
two,
guess?
yeah. So
Like,
like
is there any
these one,
way
two,
to
three, four,
explain it?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up here and going on. Those are the measures. So
Yeah.
like a 4, 4.
What does that tell you, I guess? Or why? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. You're back.
Where did
Anyways,
it cut off? You know,
right before you started explaining I don't remember what it's called.
measures.
Measures, yes.
Okay,
I don't know if
yeah.
you can just briefly,
I can just briefly explain it.
yeah. Because it might have recorded it and it might have just been slow on, like, I might have just not, the video might have recorded what you said, so when I'm editing it, I might
Yeah. Yeah.
see it, but you
You
can
can
just
take your time.
re-explain it and then, yeah.
Yeah. So a measure is basically a way to like mathematically section out your music. So we're in
Oh,
the
okay.
4/4 time signature, which means that there are 4 beats in a measure. And what the beats are is what this metronome is doing. So the tempo is at 100 right now. That is the speed of how quickly this is going to play. I
Okay.
think if I turned it up to 120, it would play faster. Yeah.
Okay. So you can adjust. Okay, interesting.
Yep. I
And so what
believe
did you
means it's
say
100 beats a minute.
about the 4/4 thing? What was that about?
Oh, so the 4/4 is the time signature. That tells you how many beats are in a measure. And it tells you something else too that I always forget. But the important part is how many beats are in the measure, really.
And you chose that, or is that like norm, or is
Um,
that like how what everybody goes with
that's
normally?
like the standard. There's other time signatures
Okay.
people use, like 3/4 is a common one for like waltz music, for example. Like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, instead of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. And with what we're doing right now, you did the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I actually
that's
don't know
not
how
how
to
many.
change the time signature on here. Oh, here it is. It's right here. Yeah, see? You can actually change it on GarageBand, but I'm going to keep it at 4/4. That's the easiest one to make music with.
And is that what you were taking into effect when you were making the beat, like the boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
in a way?
Yeah, and then that's why I like the metronome, because it helps me keep track of the beat.
Okay. I think I
But like, I
sort
can
of I
understand how
don't
it gets
fully
annoying,
understand, but
though.
well, just when I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get it, the point of it, but
Yeah. All right, I'm going to play this again, and we're going to see how it sounds all
okay.
together. So that's what we've got so far, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, we can add more percussion, or we can add another melody, like a harmony in there. Like, I'm thinking right after 8, the 8th measure would be where we'd add it in.
Because then it would add.
But that's a more depth to it.
Yes, yeah. A harmony is what you were thinking?
We can do a harmony. Let's see. One that I really like personally, let me download this while I'm at it. I gotta enter my password. Okay. Well, that was covered. I really like this person. Yeah.
I like that.
Okay. Let's see if I can remember that. I'm gonna play it one more time. I think my computer delayed that a little bit, but we can easily fix that.
Did you guys use GarageBand in any of like your lesson, or did you learn most of this stuff, like the GarageBand?
GarageBand, I just learned intuitively. I didn't have an
Okay.
instructor teach me how to use it. Let's see how it is. See. Oh. There we go.
Nice.
All right. So I'm gonna do one more thing right here to make it sound kind of cool. I'm gonna isolate this last couple measures here that we can see. I like doing that.
I like that. That's good.
All right. Do you think we're good? Is there anything else you want to add right now?
No, not that I can. I think this one's decent. Like, it's good.
Yeah, it's not a whole.
And if we ever want to add more, yeah.
Yeah, we can always add. Sure.
And I think that's the nice thing about this too, is that you can create kind of like how you did, little sections and then just have them repeat, because that's probably what most.
Yeah, that's what most people end up doing. I mean,
Yeah.
you change it up a little bit throughout the song, but like a lot of popular music at least is repetitive. People like the repetition.
Yes, I'm realizing that. Because like when I first was trying it, I was just playing for the whole 2 minute, like just kept typing on the keyboard to make sounds for the whole minute.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I was getting, because the repetition is nice, so I get that. And then obviously going in and adding different, I guess, like how you were saying, harmony, percussion, like I don't know much about those, but I do get the point of adding different sound just to it adds depth, like you said.
Yeah, especially when you're able to stack it like we did instead of just having
Yeah.
everything all play at the beginning. Like you can kind of
I
slowly
like,
bring
yeah.
people into the whole idea of what you're trying to do.
And then you just add lyrics, and then
Yeah,
it's a song.
yeah. I'll get my rap lyrics out. There you go. You can sing the chorus, and
We'll do that sometime.
we are gonna.
We will do a back and forth rap. Like I'll say something, and then you'll say something, and then I'll say just for fun. I don't. It's not going to be good. Yes, just for fun.
Each other down. That's not what this
Maybe.
Ooh.
Just kidding. Coming for you. But yeah. So that was Music Friday.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
And I just think it's important to point out that we are all capable of making music, so don't let fear or self-doubt stop you, because it doesn't really matter if others like it. All that matters is that you feel good while you're making it and that you like it, because that's the most important when you're doing anything. But
and that with music,
today's about music, so that's what we're talking about.
Music, it's also good when you're expressing yourself and how you feel.
Yes.
When you're able to find that sound that expresses exactly how you're feeling. That's always a good thing.
And I'm not saying it's not important to understand. Like, it is important for some people to understand why. Like, I'm not trying to it is important for people who want to understand how the music works and show respect in that sense. But if you just want to make music for yourself, just therapeutically, I don't think you need to have an in-depth understanding in a way. And you can also learn just by practicing. And even if you don't understand the logic, but it still flows smoothly, doesn't mean that you're not good at it, I guess, is what I'm saying. Just because you don't know the exact mechanism behind why it sounds good, but to you it sounds good, that's okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to know every little detail.
Yeah, and even if you don't want to write beat, if you're not comfortable with that yet, there's beats online. There's free beats online you can use to, rap or sing over if you're ever interested in music too. But yeah, I personally like to make my own beats, so.
Yeah, I like music. Just making creativity is just one of, I would say, probably the most important things to us humans in general. Although it's not as looked great upon, I just don't feel like we are given enough time to practice creativity in our current society, but we can change that. Yeah, actually, in my opinion.
Something interesting I heard, I don't remember where I heard it, so I'd have to look it up, but somebody told me that music lights up like pretty much the majority of your brain. Like the majority of your brain is working when you're listening to or making music.
I think I read that somewhere too, so that's probably really healthy for your brain too. Yeah. Just any creativity processes, but music too.
Mm-hmm. And music also, if you have kids or if you're young, like it actually leads to a better understanding of mathematics, because if there's a lot of, it's not difficult math, but like it trains your brain to think more mathematically when you actually learn how to make music.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that, like you were talking about the 4 and everything else that you explained, it makes sense why it's important, and it can help. Especially some people might learn math better that way. Yeah. Because if they're more interested in music than they are numbers. I mean, I know it's both numbers and it's all at the end of the day math, but I think it's important to understand, especially for teachers, that sometimes you have, and especially that sometimes some kids are going to learn differently, but just because they don't learn a certain way doesn't mean that they aren't capable of learning. So some people may learn math better the quote unquote traditional way of learning math, but some people may learn math a lot better and it might make more sense in their head with music. So I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that everybody is capable of understanding a concept. They just have to be taught a way that they will understand.
Yeah. Definitely agree with that.
But so yeah, I think that's it for this Friday, Music Friday.
Yeah.
Again, at Fridays we're just going to be trying out different, a lot of times creative, but just hobbies that we think it's important to try new things and open yourself up to those
find different ways to express yourself.
things. Yes, definitely. So join us next Friday. Don't know what we're doing yet, but it'll be fun. So we want to see you there. But
yeah,
I think that, and then if there's anything you guys want to see us do, feel free to leave a comment on this video.
Yeah, you can leave a comment on this video on YouTube or TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Yes. So leave us comments letting us know what you guys want to see, and we'll see you next time.